which means when Lone's ideas crash, burn, and die, at a point there's just going to be that rebuild, like taking these old ideas from a guy who is long dead and miserable. Nobody knows about these ideas and making them super popular in public in the future. I don't want that to happen alone. I want what Nikola Tesla's, like what was supposed to happen with Nikola Tesla. He was supposed to take off, be the super hit of the 50s and 60s. He was supposed to be the next big thing, like how you see freaking Howard Stark in the first Captain America movie. I want to see that happen with Lone's group. I don't want him to crash and burn and somebody take his ideas and take off with them.
So, what you're effectively saying is you want to. Okay, just let me get this straight. You want to restart everything. Don't want to. You don't want to overthrow Lone, you Maya. But
I don't want to overthrow Lone. I want to help him.
then help him.
The problem is the help that he's looking for and the help that most people want is just refixing the vase that is, again, broken beyond repair.
Like I
the
said,
way
I helped Lone before.
Redoing it.
Okay, another key thing of lore for my entire thing in Latex Wars. The times I did help Lone, he didn't know about it. Because he denied my help. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah, that's another one.
So
the way to help Lone is to remake the vase. Or redo the project.
Winter, I heard
or
you
restore the
like
car with better parts. It's just
Kurai, what do you have
It-
to say about this?
Hmm?
I'm
I
asking what you have to
spaced
say
out because I
about
was messaging some other people. And a lot of people have been messaging me. But from what I heard, I think everything sounds good. I kind of agree with what you guys are saying.
So why in the first place were you guys even talking about replacing Lone?
Well,
they were talking about replacing Lone.
Well, I was probably.
I was just pointing out the problems that Lone has.
Well, I was probably wording it wrong. If I wasn't, I probably did forget, but I remember just saying that I was going to support these ideas. I didn't really. Well, I probably did. I just don't remember it, but I don't want to just like butt in on these ideas, say, hey, yeah, this is perfect idea, let's do it, and then cast Lone out of the side of a high rise. Because Lone still has that crazy idea he had roughly a couple of years ago still in his brain. It's just hard to get there because it's all on the shit right now.
All right. Well, I don't think we should act without Lone's approval because when it really comes down to it, this is his decision.
It is his decision, but I'm afraid
there,
of his majority answer.
It's the same rule with blacksmithing. Yes, it is their order, But if their order is either too pricey for them or just simply absurd, there's no point of asking the customer of, hey, are you sure you want this? At that point, it's no. Not only that, to go into further detail,
Try to buy a Bugatti. It's kind of that process of trying to buy a Bugatti or a Koenigsegg.
yeah. Not only that, this exact same conversation with, even though I have shit memory, I know that this is like at least the 10th or 20th time that this exact same conversation has happened.
I've tried to have this conversation alone once.
Multiple times.
Well, yeah, of course, multiple times. But me personally, I tried to have this conversation with him, like, completely personally once or twice. And every time I'm, like, trying to pitch in where, hey, nothing's not doing too well, maybe you need a little bit of assistance or somebody to guide you, or just say so on, so on, so on. It's usually the majority answer of no, I know what I'm doing.
Or to go into further detail, you could just use the saying of you can't force the horse to drink the water that you brought it to.
Right.
But you can coax it into doing so. Never, and no one ever talks about that.
No,
I
that's
don't
the
wanna
thing. We have coaxed. We have told Lord, hey, this will make the group more functional. Or that will make the group more functional.
Well,
And that's my family's crazy way of going, well, if the horse is not going to drink the water, you might as well cook it.
if you heard me saying no, that was to my dog, not to anybody in the chat. It's really hard for me to coax Lone because I'm really shit at trying to coax people into doing things, because that's something I don't like doing. I don't like being, this is the best option for you, because I'm not one to imprint people. I'm not the one to imprint on people. I'm a type of person who's more imprinted upon instead of imprinting on people. Fuck, I said it wrong, but essentially what I'm trying to say is I'm not good at giving people advice, I'm good at taking advice.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's accurate.
It's just a what it's like talking to a wall.
Anything you'd like to say, John? You are my second in command,
No.
which means you're also a commander. So your input would be valued.
I don't have any input.
All right.
This is one of the
Well,
first few.
this
Oh, my bad.
conversation was interesting.
Yeah, this was one of the first few conversations where my brain ran out of things to say. Like, my head has completely ran out of ideas to pitch out. There's nothing left. There is the dark and ominous hole which goes down what Waffle did, but I ain't touching that because I'm not going to be a terrorist. I'm going to be a politician.
But not only that,
Yeah.
Waffle was like fully trying to either restart it or completely change it, which again, with what I said before, that is completely different.
I am going to say it. I did consider the waffle option before. I never did it though, because I don't want
Same
to.
because of only one reason, which is I repeatedly tried going to Lone and being like, hey, we either need to fully restart the group so that we can actually go for what we were originally aiming for, or fix the group, and then was like, no, it doesn't need to be fixed. That's the
It's-
only reason why I was thinking, hey, okay, we might need to agree with Waffle a little bit so that we can do what we were trying to do.
I hate to say it, but it's kind of what's going on with the United States right now. You got this leader that's doing all the bad things, saying that he's doing good things. Except, well, Lone isn't like Trump. Lone still has a bit of consideration and isn't like, I'm going to take away your health care so I can feed my higher ups.
Well, that's a very
So Lone's not an
crude-
asshole.
That's a very crude dumbing down of what's happening in the U.S. as well, to where it's.
I'm trying to
basically
make
just spinning this.
comparisons in a po- I'm trying to make comparisons in a point in time where I have no more to make. Because I ran out of them. Because Lone won't accept what I have to bring to the table. So it's just
Yeah, Lone's way of thinking is not exactly helping anyone to be able to actually either fix or help Lone. Especially if especially if it's not something that Lone himself is aiming for.
fair. Shockwave, I've actually been having fun a little bit of reading the document you've been putting together.
It has been part of past. Wouldn't say jobs because I didn't get paid for them or anything, but tasks that I used to entrust myself to write paperwork. So can't say I don't.
God, I role play in a serious military RP group. Well, I say in quote serious. It gets serious at points, but at other times it's more laid back. But it's more role play than anything else I've been in. USMC 1970, so I have some experience when it comes to some of the things that you're. Hell, there's even a Roblox roleplay I'm in called CUSA. I'm a presidential cabinet in there. It's devastating for me to say that I've seen a Roblox group with more sophistication than a VR chat group. Like more structuring and everything. Because you go in there, you have everybody in a neat line doing everything that their DI does. And if you go into that game and join the group and look around, everybody is doing their roles the way they're supposed to. Everybody knows who they are, what their goal is, what their job is. It's just you go in, you look around, you see people doing stuff that they're supposed to do, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Then I joined Latex Wars. In the early run, it was more like that, but I'm kind of going in a loop here again. It devolved, and now here we are in this argument that the three of us are mostly the four of us are having. Me and Winter versus you and Nebula, more or less. Fuck.
Wrangled it.
Reading your document again, yeah, the lack of sufficient officers is pretty devastating.
It's literally
Usually-
what caused the incident on Monday. So.
Yeah. Usually I like in instances I've opened, I would have like four in City 10, that just the basic City 10 instance. What I usually have is one person stationed at the spawn, one person stationed at the admin giving area, one person stationed between spawn and the checkpoint to get into the main world, and 3 people stationed in the checkpoint area. I'm gonna fucking throw a kitchen sink at you. I swear to God, Jonah. Excuse my dog. He is strange. But yeah, 3 people stationed in the checkpoint, 1 person stationed at spawn, 1 person stationed outside of spawn. In past the checkpoint where you go through those doors to get into the main area, I'd have 1 person stationed because I'm like, you get in, I want people to be moderated if they're doing bad shit. You get past spawn, I want to make sure people aren't doing bad shit immediately after getting out of spawn. You get to the checkpoint, I want to make sure that people aren't doing bad shit. You get past the checkpoint, I want to make sure you're not doing bad shit. I want to make sure that I just want to make sure everybody's not doing bad shit. Like, it's easy too, because you can have a Discord call open where people can chat with each other so where they don't get bored. Where at points, at one time, I even had people rotate their positions in areas so nobody would get bored. Like every 5-10 minutes, I'd say, okay, it's time to switch positions, get to your next checkpoint or whatever. It's easy to do. Just get people with experience or people who know what to do and won't abuse it. And you have the easiest fix of that checkpoint issue. Because all you need is 8 people for moderation at the entrance of the instance. 8 people seems like a lot, but it's not, especially in City 10. Because there's like 20-30 people in the main city at all times. Those 8 people can funnel, like, imagine it's like 30 people enter an instance. Let's say a portion of them are bad. The 8 people I have stationed are like a really good water filter. The people at the entrance, like direct entrance, are like the bulkiest part of the filter where you siphon big chunks of dirt out of it. And then you get down more and more to where at the end it's the pure water instead of the things that can infect you or get stuck in you or things that you can't digest. It's hard to explain, but easy to carry out. It's just, I call it a human filter, where it's just hard to say in words, but easy to show. I've completely run out of things to say. I'm going to mute myself for a solid while.
Essentially, anything else that we go over is essentially just what we were going over already, which is the group is not functional, it's chaotic, has almost no structure, and it doesn't know exactly what they're doing. And more, of course.
Well,